name is Christiane Fernadez. I decided to participate in the campaign of Israel because I've been going to church, giving my tithe, give my offerings. Sometimes I used to go to church and I was very upset with the money that I had in my purse. It wasn't the money that I wanted. I think it wasn't enough, and then the campaign of Israel came, and then I decided to participate because I wanted my daughter here with me. This is what I asked. And I participated. I gave all my salary for the month, and I needed to send some money to Brazil because my mom was looking after her. And I gave everything because it was very painful and very difficult for me, but this is what I started learning, that sacrificing is the way for you to conquer what you want. Yeah, after participating in the campaign of Israel, I had enough money to pay her ticket, and to rent a room for us, a place for us to live, not a room. And then she came, and when she came, the room the studio that I rented, the guy didn't give us, so we were on the street without place to stay. Before she came, I had days as well. I didn't have where to sleep, but with her, she was with me on the street, and very cold. It was terribly cold that day, and I spent one night on the street with her, and was very hard and very difficult. She was crying because everything, you understand, she coming to learn after 3 years, and then she needs to stay in the street without place to sleep. Even though I was crying and she was crying as well, but I was trying to pass to her that God's going to help us, do you understand? I used my faith. I knew that God's going to help us, you understand? Not because I sacrificed. Of course, the problem's going to come, but we need to be strong. And then I had that strength inside of me, as happiness that God was with me, do you understand? And the next day, I bought a newspaper and I started looking for a place, and we found a place. So since then we had a place to live. I had a dream to have my own business, my own boutique, since I was very little. But I never could get near to have one. I worked always in fashion. In Brazil, my passion is fashion. But I never had a condition to have my own. And then had another campaign of Israel, and then I decided to participate in that campaign. It was still the same. I was going to church. I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was following what God says for us to do, not doing anything wrong, and giving my tithe, my offerings, and nothing happened, nothing changed. I was still without my dream. So I put all my faith, and I gave everything that I had on that month, and plus all the limit on my credit cards. I've got 2 credit cards. I gave all my limits because I wanted to show to God that I trust Him, to understand, get His attention. It was very, very painful, because I didn't have how to buy my travel card, my ticket, the train or the bus, or how to buy, go to the supermarket to buy anything. I didn't have anything. I just trust in God that God's going to help me. And after participating in the campaign of Israel, I started looking for a place. I was passing by here in St. John's Wood High Street with my husband and my daughter, and I liked the area, so I decided to have my own business here. He said, she must be crazy to have a shop here. We don't have money to pay a rent here. It's a very posh area. We've got lots of actors, singers that live around here, and the people that the money is not their problem. They come and see the dress or the clothes they buy. And he thought I was crazy, but I had my faith that God's going to give the shop here. And I decided. And then I started looking for shops around here. I found one down the road, but was gone afterwards. And then after I saw this shop here, and then I said, I want this shop here is going to be mine. And then I found the agent, and then everything went well. But even though I needed to do everything, the shop was run down, was horrible before. I needed to do everything, all the decoration, lighting, everything. So the life of Christiane now is completely different. After participating in the campaign, I learned, and now I know the key to solve my problems, to get what I want, or where I want to go, where I want to get to. I sell different brands like Amanda Wakely, Alberta Ferretti, and Valentino, Julia McDonald's, very famous names. And I'm very happy now. I'm married, very happy. I've got my daughter with me, I've got my business, and it's totally transformed. I participated in the last campaign of Israel. I'm going to participate in the next campaign of Israel in the following one, because I have a vision, and God's going to give me what I want through my sacrifice.